Hello, this is I Do Damage and welcome back to the channel. In this last Epoch video, I want to talk about the upcoming patch 0.7.6. I would expect this patch in the next week or so. There's no official date on this yet, but that would be my guess. This patch is looking to round out Phase 2 of the 4-phase development roadmap that we've talked about in past videos. But in this specific video, I want to talk about everything that's to come and kind of my thoughts on them. Before we start, I want to remind everyone I do stream on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Also, we have a community Discord that is down in the links below. We have well over 100 members, and we're doing a little fun community event and challenges. We will be doing challenges on the Discord to kind of challenge each other in a friendly competition. And also, we're doing a fun thing where we are theory crafting a community build and going in on this build and sharing thoughts, getting ideas. Heck, you could even come in and just use the ideas for your own build if you want to. Anyway, hopefully I'll get to catch you on Discord, on Twitch, all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and talk last Epoch, patch 0.7.6. Usually I like to save the best for last, but in this case I'm going to switch things up here and we're going to talk about the biggest and most exciting system to come. This one caught me off guard. This is idols. Idols in last Epoch seem very interesting. They're very in tune with the grid kind of mechanic, kind of trying to fit them in type of thing. So the way the idols are going to work in last Epoch is you will have a grid that is actually a item slot. It's an equipable item slot, but it's a grid, like I said, and it's 4x4. But however, when you first unlock it, it's going to start as a 2x2, and then you have to do quests to grow it all the way up to the final 4x4 size. So the idols then come in sizes to kind of accommodate that grid in your inventory slot. These idols will come in sizes from 1x1, which is the very smallest, all the way up to a 4x1 or a 2x2. So you can fit multiple idols and kind of try to min-max there. This system seems really interesting to me, and I think it's going to add a lot more to the itemization, trying to fit those pieces in, and then also the quest chain to unlock them seems really cool. I feel like there needs to be a lot more in the sense of questing and kind of the story, since, you know, the story you don't even have to complete and you can go ahead and do Endgame, but that's a topic for a different time. Let's stay focused here on patch 0.7.6. Next up, they're going to be adding Endgame changes. These are minor changes. There's not going to be anything ground-shattering here, but let's go ahead and talk about it. They're adding 3 new arena maps. Also, the Monolith of Fate seems to be kind of the focus here, and I think this is because they're gearing up to add the Monolith of Fate to the leaderboards at some point. But these are the changes we'll see. The Monolith of Fate can no longer offer modifiers that you already have. So let's say you already have a modifier where the enemies do 100% more damage for the next 3 timelines. So the next 3 timelines, you will not see that modifier appear again until it's expired. Also, the Monolith of Fate will get 5 new modifiers. But the biggest change coming to the Monolith of Fate is the chest that you get at the very end in the treasure room scales with how many mobs and monsters you've killed in that specific timeline. This is drastically going to change the way that I play. I know that for a fact. But they have it set up so that smaller mobs don't count as much towards the reward, whereas the bigger ones count for more, to kind of balance it that way. But I don't know. This is one that I really want to kind of talk about and share my thoughts on, and I'm curious about what you guys think as well. But I think this is a cool idea to get more engagement from players instead of just rushing to the boss or the cleanse the forge or whatever the objective is, to get them to actually fight those mobs. I know for me personally, this will probably change my playstyle. Unless if I'm pushing leaderboards, let's be honest, I'm still going to rush to the end just to get to the 5th timeline to get that guaranteed arena key, right? I think the addition of trying to get players to kill more mobs is definitely a good one. But I would like to see a visual feedback tied to that. Whether it be a quest objective that counts how many mobs you've killed, or even just like, you know, on Diablo 3, how they have like the Greater Rift bar or something like that, where you can see at these certain increments you're going to get a higher tier reward. I think that the player needs to have a visual indication of what's actually going on, and, you know, is that one extra mob really going to help increase your rewards? Anyway, that's my thought. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with all this, but let's go ahead and keep going on. The next change is going to be a minor campaign change. Minor to me, anyway. It's probably going to be bigger for newer players, but Act 1 and 2 is going to be streamlined to help out the new player experience and kind of get them into the story and the world a little bit more smooth. I don't really have any thoughts on that other than, well, we'll just have to see how it actually plays out once we get the patch. Now, if you don't know me, I always love the quality of life features and updates. They're awesome. I think the last patch, my #1 highlight, even above Act 7, was the fact that I could click and drag items in my inventory. That was just a huge change. But in patch 0.7.6, you can now walk through your minions. I know some of you guys have been hanging out on the stream on Twitch and seen me play that Necromancer build where I have like 30 some minions that body block me and just are super annoying. We're going to be able to actually walk through those minions now, so this will be awesome. Hopefully there's still a little bit of collision with the monsters and your pets so that you can still use them as kind of a meat shield in a sense. But that's going to be huge. Another quality of life feature coming is buyback. I've seen people talking on the Discord about how it's just so easy to misclick and sell a really good item by mistake, and then it's lost for good. You'll actually be able to buy back some of these items now. And last but not least, when it comes to the big kind of quality of life updates, is animation improvements. This is to make the game feel smoother, the combat feel smoother. I'm definitely down with that. I personally haven't had many issues with the animations or like clunkiness or anything like that with Last Epoch, but hey, if they want to make it more smooth, go for it. A few more changes here and then we'll wrap up the video. They're going to do a mouse over improvement kind of overhaul type of deal, where when you're in groups, you can more easily see the monster you're actually trying to mouse over. So this will definitely be helpful for elite packs and bosses when there's like a ton of mobs in the area. Also, we'll see the rune and glyphs on the crafting UI will have a pop-out menu. This might cut down on a little bit of time from having to shift right-click items from your inventory to the crafting UI. Overall, I think this is really minor. Of course, bug fixes and optimizations as well. So let's wrap it up here. I'm excited for patch 0.7.6. You bet. I'll be streaming it. I'll be covering the patch. All that good stuff that you've come to know with the channel and Last Epoch. This should round out the end of the Phase 2 development roadmap. I think I'm mostly excited for the idols and the Monolith of Fate changes. Let me know what's the #1 thing you're most excited for. And I hope this video helped you guys out, maybe help get you re-interested in Last Epoch. Don't forget to check out our Discord I mentioned at the beginning of the video. All of my social media links will be down in the description for your convenience. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. My battery's pretty low. Do you see the clarity? Gotta tell you I know.